I know your season ain't been amazing, ain't been terrible, but what's happened? It's crazy. We'll have to see. Exactly, Grealish Premier League medal without really doing nothing for it. It's crazy. Very crazy, but this is what you have to do. Sorry, people. Let's organize these articles properly. Now, again, good news and bad news. Well, it depends where you read. Do you want the good news or the bad news first, people? Before I share my screen. You ain't carrying on until someone picks. But you're all there. I feel like a teacher. 126 likes. Keep running that up, people. Bad news. All right, cool. Bad news. Fair enough. We'll start with the older article. Manchester City ramp up interest in Arsenal and England star Bukayo Saka as they look to steal a march on rivals Liverpool, with Gunners yet to tie winger down to a new contract as he enters the final 2 years of his deal. Do I think both of them teams mentioned are interested? Of course, Saka, Mane, they're moving parts. I would say for City, it's always quite volatile, whether their players are contracted or not. Ferran Torres just busts out. There's always little rumours that Gundogan, Mahrez, Bernardo, Sterling, every now and again, there's rumours them sides out, people are going to leave. Klopp's always talking about stuff. The best teams in the league want the best players. Of course, you want Bukayo Saka. It makes sense, really and truly. So I don't begrudge that. I think a bit of this article's being leveraged by the fact of we're trying to get him to sign a new deal. If them two teams ask for you, of course, for Liverpool, boy, I couldn't say no. Salah's not going to be there forever. Their players are described for the present. Mane, Firmino, Salah, all these guys. There's roles are opening up, and Klopp might be saying to you, "Oh, you, Carvalho, Harvey Elliott, Kanate, you're part of the new generation, and all of these things." Pep, we've been speaking about. If Pep asks for you to sign for your club, for me, you don't say no. This just the way you could learn about football, better yet, relearn, is crazy. And the obvious of what these teams are doing. Saka is central to our project. He's our player of the season. I think every Arsenal fan probably doesn't expect this 20-year-old to be at the club in the next 3-4 years if we keep doing what we're doing and whatnot. I think Saka is staying. I don't think he's in a rush to leave, but he should be open to considering everything, people, He'd be silly, He'd be silly. He'd be very silly. So, yeah, I think there is a lot to consider, people. 131 likes, 400 of you locked in, 300 on YouTube. Come on, people. Unexpected higher bills, or Saka is leaving. Extending the young winger's deal is one of the Gunners' priorities this summer. Saka is entering the final 2 years of his current deal at the Emirates Stadium, and his agent done it well. He deserved it. His first new deal was way overdue, and since he signed that new deal, whenever till now, he's become a dramatically improved player, and he's risen in stature. He's not just a young player at this football club. He's one of the first names, if not the first name, on the team sheet. He's a key reason as to why this little top four shout even happened, or why we've actually finished fifth. He's had a good season. We needed double figures. Can you do it again? Because if you was to sign for City and you don't, then they're going to ask questions at Arsenal. They will, but not necessarily. So yeah, people. The Premier League champions are now closely monitoring developments regarding Saka's future as he heads into the final 2 years of his contract at the Emirates, and that doesn't surprise me. Same way we're allegedly monitoring what's going on with Gnabry or Jesus, allegedly. Along with their biggest domestic rivals, Liverpool, City have earmarked the 20-year-old winger Saka as a future target. And though any move this summer is currently considered unlikely, City have begun showing increased interest in Saka at a critical point in Arsenal's attempts to tie him down to a new long-term contract. And you can bet his agent will leverage that against us as well, people, which, as he should do, his agent will work a blinder, really and truly. His agent's going to get paid, got paid off Eddie, going to get paid off this, got some change off Kyon Edwards, is what it is. Securing Saka on a new and improved contract that reflects his rise in status for club and country was one of Arsenal's priorities this summer. I mean, he should move, in my opinion, he should move towards one of the most highest earners at this football club. But initial discussions had taken place because there's Lacazette was on more than you. Pepe is probably technically on more than you. A couple of players are probably on more than you at this moment. And if I'm Saka, I don't agree with none of that. Initial discussions had taken place towards the end of the season, with the Gunners keen to avoid allowing Saka's contract to run into its final 2 years. However, Arsenal were aware of the impact Champions League qualification would have on their summer plans, including finalising a new deal for Saka, who is yet to play in Europe's top club competition. Well, why not? Why tie down other players then? And now And that aim is now only likely to have been complicated by Arsenal being pipped to fourth by fierce rivals Tottenham. With his current contract situation and their more immediate transfer priorities, any deal for Saka would likely prove too costly for either of his Premier League admirers in the upcoming transfer window, which technically opens this Friday. City have captured their top target, Haaland, blah, blah, blah. Liverpool are heading into the summer focusing on strengthening centre mid. Arsenal's failure to make the Champions League has increased their hopes that Saka's long-term Emirates future will remain unsolved beyond this window, a situation that will only see his value fall the longer that remains the case and plays into his suitor's hands. Well, that's true. So yeah, that's the bad news. If you think this is good news, City's stance on transfer pursuit of Bukayo Saka amid uncertain Arsenal future. Manchester City have distanced themselves from reports they are considering making a move for Bukayo Saka. Arsenal are in the process of trying to secure his club future, as you can see there. They also want 50 million for Ake, allegedly. So yeah, people, it is what it is. They've already added Haaland. They've got Julian Alvarez. You know, we want Zinchenko. Maybe there's something to be done there. And he did score against them, so they know full well what young Chile is on, people. So yeah, there's that. From that away to this, Scamacca's transfer. Sassuolo director confirms initial talks have begun for Arsenal link striker, people. Giovanni Cannavali has said, what has he specifically said? Our desire is to keep most players in the team, and there's nothing concrete for now. There have been some contacts with some clubs for Scamacca and others. Perhaps the national team will make the interest grow. Maybe he's just ordering his players out for stuff, people. Scamacca himself has said, I don't read these things. The numbers are made up by clubs. For me, the pitch and having fun is what counts. So he just focuses on what he focuses on. Fair play to the lad, man. What can you say about that, really? Just gets on with it. I do like his. I don't know him too well as a footballer, but I do like his mentality. That is one thing that has struck me. Obviously, spin the block for more Arsenal stuff. Interest in Arsenal target Gianluca Scamacca is growing, admits Sassuolo CEO. Now, obviously, if Sassuolo are a selling club, they're not going to end up selling him to us. They're probably going to sell him to Italy. Obviously, it's like being in the marketplace or being at an auction. The more people that bid for something drives the value of something. So I'm not saying there isn't a whole list of clubs interested, especially as, you know, he seems like one of the actual decent strikers in Europe, in which to us common football fans, there isn't. You can't really name 30 good strikers. Well, you probably could actually, but you can't. So he's probably just leveraging interest, especially because the window's just about to be open. Arsenal have been told that interest in transfer target Gianluca Scamacca is growing, and Sassuolo have already had contact from interested parties, probably including us, people. So yeah, there's nothing concrete yet for Scamacca, just contacts with some clubs. Of course, after playing with the national team, the interest is growing, which is a bit of an underkill. Where is the other one? Where DiMarzio? Where are you? I think you're here. Again, for Scamacca, no official offers have arrived to date. He's a player who is liked abroad. Young people like Granato are in line with the profile we are looking for, following our philosophy. This guy just made a debut for Italy, really and truly. So yeah, and this article's also gone on to say that for the moment nothing's concrete, but Arsenal likes him. You know, PSG have had initial talks, so we'll have to see how that one develops, man. We aren't getting this guy 100%. Would you take Saka for Jesus and Ake straight swap? No. Need some bread, bro. Need some money, man. Got to pay some bills, man. Got to pay some bills with some footballers. So that's where Scamacca's concerned, people. Let's see what this is said. No, this is... Let me zoom out a bit. Arsenal are reportedly keen on bringing Zinchenko to the Emirates this summer. We're looking for cover for Tierney, and we're also willing to use the Ukrainian in midfield. We're also allegedly edging closer to Gab Jesus signing. He's already agreed personal terms and informed friends he's in favour of a switch to the Emirates. We need to now reach a verbal agreement. Reports from Spain suggest that the Manchester City star has a verbal agreement with the club that he can leave for a fee of 38 to 43 million, people. So make of that what you will. Saliba's also committed his future, well, not in terms of a new contract, but pledged his immediate future to Arsenal Football Club. We just spoke about Sassuolo. Chelsea allegedly want Gab Jesus, which obviously, again, I think it's not really right. What's going on there? But he'd be a great signing for Chelsea. But again, I don't really understand why they would go for him. I think they need to go for a proper gunman in front of goal. They've got these multifunctional system players like Gabriel Jesus would do well under Tuchel. But yeah, man, Darwin Núñez is picked to pick Liverpool. Don't know why I don't care about Messi and Ronaldo and Wenger. But yeah, Prem Giants want Saka. So yeah, a bit of a slow news day. Arsenal to target Richarlison. Allegedly, Arsenal could look to bring Everton striker Richarlison to the Emirates due to Edu's Brazilian connections. Pete O'Rourke has told Give Me Sport, I think having these Brazilian connections can only help in their pursuit of transfer targets. Edu, I'm sure, will be trying to use his connections to maybe try and convince Richarlison to make the move to Arsenal ahead of other clubs, because there'll be quite a bit of interest in him this summer. Any advantage that you can use and win the race for a transfer signature, I think Edu will use his connection. So, I mean, not really anything there. Don't really, that was all right. Luka Jovic looks to be going to Getafe. Haven't heard that. Napoli allegedly have had interest in William Saliba and been told where to shove it. So, yeah, man, that's that. What is this? Well, that's what we just read. What is this? Monaco want Arsenal target to replace Cesc Fabregas this transfer window, people. So this summer, this is what they're looking at. It's long story short, it says Monaco are looking at Arthur Melo. I don't really think we're that interested in Arthur Melo anymore. I think if we get Telemans, that's us. I don't think we're bringing in two midfielders per. Boy, who knows, man? I don't know why the comments aren't coming up. Apologies now, people. Richarlison, not an Arteta player. Shout my guy Roger. Big up DJ in the community. Who out of anybody linked to Arsenal do you think they'll actually be able to get over the line? Well, at the moment, I'd say Gab Jesus, just because of the level of the aggression in the reports and all the dotting I's and crossing T's being done. 153 likes, people. One final push to 200 and we're there. So, yeah, man. It's not a project if you sell your best young players. Let's see what happens. Sorry, but I don't trust the process. Yeah, I think we just spoke about him. And you're right. The FM Wonder Kid is making his mark, mate. Saka can't leave. Still waiting on commentators to say Xhaka to Saka to Scamacca. I mean, we lost Laka, so yeah, we can't say that. Arsenal fans kill me. Why can't we be like Liverpool and City, who are aggressive in their signings if they want, where if they can't sign a player, they move fast to other think you said other targets without any regrets? Maybe because they got Michael Edwards and the City Dons are there, innit? It's all capped. Saka ain't going anywhere. Saka does say he wants to play Champions League, so either we get it this season or he's gone. Together, like, you did all you could, but we all lost out on top four together. Martinelli will reach 15 plus goals and assists next season. Why not? Listen, the only way Saka is leaving is if he has seen no development in bringing in new players to take the pressure off him. I'd prefer Leao to Saka at City, but more expensive, I think. Saka would want to rethink where he'll play in the City team. He may be like Grealish. I mean, half of these players are all multifunctional. If you're scared of competition, then you shouldn't be at Arsenal Football Club. Like, we're not City, but we should be doing what City are doing. There should be pressure for spaces. You can't be a top professional if you're scared. Modric, once you got to Madrid, the only way is down, And for any talented midfielder, all the new ones that are coming in shouldn't be scared of pressure. Big clubs are always going to want to sign big dog footballers. What are we talking about? But yeah, moving away from that, Arsenal handed boost in Serge Gnabry chase as Real Madrid ruled themselves out of the running. I mean, unpopular opinion, I think you could come to the Premier League. I don't think it will be for Arsenal, Arsenal have been handed a boost in their bid to sign Serge Gnabry, with Real Madrid ruling themselves out of the running. As you know, he has 1 year left on his contract, and Bayern Munich and is believed to be weighing up his options. I don't think they'll let you and Lewandowski walk for free. But if he did walk for free, who knows? A year from now, Barca might want you. Madrid might say, yeah, we do want you. Thomas Tuchel's over there at Chelsea. Jurgen Klopp's over there at Liverpool. It'd be a bit greedy of City, but, if they could do a little deal, I'm sure Pep wouldn't mind asking his former employers for them. So it all depends. Or maybe you could earn the bag at Newcastle. Liverpool are among the clubs reportedly interested in his services, along with Arsenal, who are keen to bring the German international back to North London. While Arsenal's position has been weakened by their failure to qualify for the Champions League next season, Gnabry is said to be open to the possibility of a return to the Emirates. And in a further boost, Real Madrid will not rival them for the winger's signature. According to Marca, the European champions have no interest in Gnabry and believe they are fully stocked in those positions, people. So, yeah. there was rumors, that there's a 34 million asking price for him, and apparently he rejected a 19 million euro salary across the contract. So we'll have to see what the 26-year-old is on, people. More Richarlison stuff, I take it. Saka in March. Well, Fabrizio Romano and Saka in March. This boy really loves Arsenal. He's in love with the club, City, people in the club. He's super respectful of Arsenal and he's not planning to leave. The feelings are very good, but it's not a discussion that will take place now in March. Now, things changed. This was in March. Fabrizio Romano is not Saka's family. He's a transfer done, so we have to take a lot of it with a pinch of salt. But yeah, man, that could be cause for some sort of optimism in that we might lose him one day. Just not right now, people. And that's just echoing the same shit. That's echoing that. What's this? Gab Jesus cost 50 million. In the orbit of Real Madrid, Manchester City's packed with the players around that figure. Manchester City and Gab Jesus are going to separate their paths this summer. This began to be agreed between the parties in April when the first definitive meetings took place to address the situation. Real Madrid, as journalist Antoine Midal announced, is attentive after receiving the offer. In the conversations between the English club and the footballers' reps, an understanding was reached in a friendly way. Although for none of those involved, it would be a drama to fulfill the contract, which ends in 2023, and March is preferred in this transfer window. So an exit, I guess. City considers that it's profitable to make money for him than to lose him at zero cost, even more so after the reinforcements of Haaland and Julian Alvarez, and the player sees that his successful cycle in Manchester is coming to an end. Faced with this horizon, the suitors of Gab Jesus have been taking positions better yet. The one that has sounded the loudest is Arsenal. Although there is no official proposal in England, Tottenham are also insisting we want to give Conte a guaranteed project. For its part, Chelsea, which has conveyed its interest, lags behind due to its reduced room for manoeuvre due to its complicated institutional state. Borussia Dortmund have called from Germany. Gabriel Jesus and a salary of more than 7.5 euros. At the Etihad, they promised to facilitate the sale of Gab Jesus for 45 to 50 million euros. It is the amount fixed after carrying out a market study that has resulted in an affordable price for an attacker who prefers to act as a 9, but who also, due to Guardiola's efforts, adapts to the flanks, also sparing no effort in pressure and defensive aids. Real Madrid is studying the incorporation of the Brazilian international, as this newspaper has been told, is very much to the liking of both the sports management and Ancelotti. The amount of the transfer should be added to the salary of the former Palmeiras man, which without being whatever that is, will not be too low. Either in England, it's an exchange in and above 7.5 million euros net per course. Another aspect to consider is that of the non-community quota completed at the Santiago. The Madrid entity hoped to already have, but that delay that is taking place has generated uncertainty. That means that it cannot commit to Gab Jesus, and this problem can be definitive. So Arsenal have an opportunity to make things happen. It's kind of now or never. Leaving in the World Cup year is risky as well. You go City, it doesn't work out, it might cost you a place in the World Cup, which is also something for a lot of players. Gab Jesus as well being one of them could either boost or whatever. Gabriel Jesus to hold talks over club future as Arsenal and Tottenham battle to sign Man City striker. As you can see, Gabriel Jesus will start thinking about his Arsenal future. We'll start thinking about his club future from tomorrow, with Real Madrid, the latest club to be linked with the Man City striker. That was a day ago, so today we should see movement. What's this Basuma business? Basuma drops massive hint he wants Arsenal move this summer. Robbie Hawking, I bet you're chatting nonsense, but apparently he's hinted on Instagram that he may be interested in a move to the Emirates this summer. The Mali international has been linked with a move to Arsenal in the past, with fresh rumours circulating this summer. The 25-year-old is now entering the final year of his contract, meaning a cut price move might be available. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, it's the same thing. Boring. So yeah, that you can't see it, people, but Leno's been linked. Leno's been linked with her for Berlin. People is clearly the article's put behind a paywall, and then obviously you can see Napoli are interested in the Frenchman William Saliba, so we have to see what that is. Guendouzi failed with last-ditch attempt to stop William Saliba returning to Arsenal. Let's hope let's hope this ain't clickbaity. Yeah, it is clickbait, isn't it? Obviously, shout out to Kevin Betsy and Dan Minish. I can't say his name. They got their first team gig over there at Crawley Town. And what's this Darwin Núñez stuff? Darwin Núñez meeting with Premier League sides amid Arsenal when Tottenham transfer reports. Darwin Núñez has reportedly been meeting with a number of Premier League clubs ahead of a potential move this summer, with Tottenham and Arsenal among the sides to have been previously linked with the Uruguayan international. Apparently, Conte and Arsenal both want to address their frontline people. I mean, Darwin Núñez, do you want to go be backup for Harry Kane? Not sure about that. A report from Football Transfers has stated that the striker has recently been in discussions with a number of Premier League clubs over a potential move this summer. As things stand, Núñez has 3 years remaining on his current Benfica contract, but is entertaining a move away. The reports state that while Núñez wants Champions League football, the draw of Manchester United may prove too strong for him as well. It's something of a blow to Arsenal's chances of signing the marksman this summer, but leaves Tottenham firmly in the running. Although they are reportedly yet to solidify their interest, Liverpool and Newcastle are also reportedly considering moves. And obviously, he got 6 goals in 10 Champions League appearances and across all comps bagged 34 goals, people. So, yeah, man. Oh, now you rate Gabby. So, yeah, that seems to be the articles, people. So, yeah, man. It is what it is. Big up you lot tuned in.